All right, so this is number 8 on Solve Quad 15. So you have the equation of a circle and a linear equation, and they ask you to solve this using substitution. So if I'm going to use substitution, that means I have to solve one of these equations for x or y. Well, I'm not going to solve this one because then I would end up with a square root, and I don't want to deal with that. So it'd be much easier for me to solve this equation for x or y. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to choose to solve it for y, but you could just as easily solve it for x. It's not going to matter. So if I solve this for y, I'm going to subtract x from the other side. Just subtract x over. Everything's negative, so I'm going to divide through by a negative, and I get x plus 1. So now these are the two equations that I am going to work with to solve. So I'm going to take this equation and substitute it into this equation. Everywhere I see y in this equation, I'm going to put x plus 1 instead. So I'll start out with x squared plus, I see y, so instead of y, I'm going to put x plus 1. I'm going to try and get out of the light here. So x plus 1. But this is squared, so I have to square this value and set it equal to 13. Now I have one equation and one variable, so I can solve this. So I am going to expand this parentheses right here. Remember, I have to FOIL that out. So that's going to be x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 13. I'm going to just combine all my like terms and continue to put it into standard form. So this will be 2x squared plus 2x. If I subtract 13 from both sides, this will be minus 12 equals 0. I can divide this equation by 2. So I'm going to get x squared plus x minus 6 equals 0. This looks like it's pretty easy to go ahead and factor. So my factors of 6 are 6 and 1 or 2 and 3. If I want this to be a positive 1, it looks like 2 and 3 would work. I need the bigger number to be positive and the smaller one to be negative so that I can get a positive 1 here, but a negative 6 there. So my solution is x equals negative 3 or x equals 2. But if you remember, this is a simultaneous equation, so I have not only x, but I have y. So if I go all the way back up to the beginning, I'm going to substitute x into this equation and get a y. So x plus 1, so this is negative 3 plus 1, so y would be negative 2. X plus 1, if x is 2, then, y would be 3. I'm going to write my answer as an ordered pair, so negative 3, negative 2, or 2, 3.